Other interesting cultural news, you have Anheuser Busch tweeting and bragging that they're donating water, but that tweet basically evaporated into nothing. Now, these statistics are all taken for the first 10 hours of it being posted. So at the 10th hour mark, I measured all these. And your eyes are, thankfully, they will not be hurt today. Well, besides the usual beautiful things you get to see. But there's a little 1-minute video they put here. Go ahead and play that really quick, and we'll analyze it.
Most days, we brew beer, but today...
Not these days, because, again, they've lost about, 30% of their sales? So these days, they don't do that too much. In fact, you would say they would do it 30% less.
We're canning water.
Canning water.
Water for when disaster strikes.
For the next...
Disaster strikes? Well, I mean, their marketing has been a disaster, so in theory, they should probably just sell this to try to recoup that loss. They won't, but...
Hurricane.
For the next tornado. For the next flood. For the next shortage.
I feel bad. There's a guy who actually... So this is Anheuser Busch, the parent company. There's a guy in the commercial, and he literally had to wear a Bud Light uniform. Like, oh, ow, that's gotta hurt. How does he go and have a drink with his friends after that? I don't know. He'll have new friends, perhaps.
For volunteer firefighters. For the American Red Cross.
For people who need it.
Whoever they are. Wherever they are.
It's pretty transphobic. I don't see a single person dancing in this video. Will they be boycotted by them this week? There's not a single provocative dancer for children. They're going to get boycotted.
Oh man, this is great.
I got some sappy text on the screen. So it says, we've delivered more than 90 million cans of emergency drinking water since 1988. Okay. That's who we are. Their grammar is not the best. Then on the screen it says, that's who we are. That's who you were. You're not them anymore. No one respects this company, hardly. They've just lost all their credibility. And again, it's also one of those things where there are many reasons businesses do philanthropic activities like that. It's good PR, but it's also a tax write-off too, which there's a kind of misinformation when it comes to people's understanding. Just because it's tax write-off doesn't mean you didn't have to generate the money to get there, because you're still spending money on that. So a little bit of misinformation in that regard, but it looks like pretty much most of the responses were just ratioing it. So you had Rich Mooney again saying, quote, if you lend a handout of genuine concern, don't brag about how much of a good person you are. So basically saying, hey, you really don't. Now, in this, I don't critique them as terribly. Don't get me wrong, it's still a terrible commercial, but pretty much every company that does donations likes to brag about it just because it is marketing mostly for them. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's a couple of businesses that have really authentic stances on certain things, and they do want to actually do good, but I would say a lot of times it is also marketing. Now, a second response from Rich Mooney is actually a graphic of a guy pulling someone up, and it said, quote, if you're helping someone and expecting something in return, you're doing business, not kindness, unquote. Now, that got 323 views and 10 likes. That's a 3.1% like ratio, which is quite good. And it just goes to show you it's not letting up in terms of the critique. And the only comments that aren't negative are the ones saying your rebate's not working. This one actually just says your most pathetic post yet. That got 2 likes. And they're also hiding more and more of these comments. They are ramping up the censorship like no tomorrow. A couple of these people, oh yeah, this guy says, still nope. Another one says, America still hates you. Another one says, let me see here. Is Dylan passing out water? In reference to Dylan Mulvaney, who helped them lose about what is it, $28 billion in stock evaluation and $400 million in sales lost, which is an achievement in and of itself. Another one says, you are trans supporters. I'm not getting behind that. I mean, I'm not seeing a single person. There's one. Allison Mary Knox said, thanks for all you do. I wonder what she... Let me see here. And she is... Exclude. So she looks like she's a leftist. So someone who is very much politically on the left side of the political aisle. And in terms of the Bud Light situation, they did gain a little support from that side of the political aisle. They also kind of ostracized some of them as well because they didn't stick by Dylan Mulvaney. That was the words of actually a bar operator headquartered out of Chicago. They had 4 gay bars in Chicago, which, actually, now I think about it, I'm surprised there's not more. Well, that's just the one company, nevertheless. But they said because Bud Light didn't stick up for Dylan, they're dropping all of the Anheuser Busch products from their bars. So you also have people on the left boycotting the company as well. I don't see the throttle being let up anytime soon for this boycott, but let me know if you think. Are these tweets helping yet? Are they actually helping the company's image? I don't think so, but that's just me. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button. I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to leave a comment, like the video. The feedback is greatly appreciated. Also, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.